We preview the New York Giants season and tell you if they go over or under 7.5 wins, and we let you know how you could take home $1,000 this NFL season, and it all starts right now. What's going on, everyone? It's Matt from Grandstand Bettors, and last year we cashed on 70% of our season win total predictions, so we figured why not run it back here in 2022? And also, we're excited to announce that our second annual NFL betting contest is now open at grandstandbettors.com. The link is in the description. Make sure you sign up. It's absolutely free for your chance to win $1,000 cash and some other great prizes. But without further ado, make sure you hit the subscribe button, smack that like button, because it is time to dive into the New York Giants season preview. And the Giants have a season win total of under 7.5. Now, the Giants are in a major slump right now, to say the least. This team that we knew 10 years ago with Eli Manning, that won them a couple Super Bowls, that one is long gone. They have had 5 straight seasons with double-digit losses and have only made the playoffs once in the past 10 years. This franchise is in trouble, and so far, Daniel Jones has not been the answer. In his 3 seasons in the NFL, he has only had over 3,000 passing yards once and is only averaging 15 touchdowns per season. He also has only played in 38 games over those 3 seasons, but the numbers are still consistent on a game-to-game basis. The Giants have done a good job, though, at building a very solid arsenal around him, and if things don't work out early in the season, we would not be surprised to see if Tyrod Taylor takes over the starting job to finish out the season. At wide receiver, they have Kenny Golladay, second-year speedster Kadarius Toney, Sterling Shepard, and now tight end Ricky Seals-Jones, who was picked up from the Commanders in the offseason. In addition, they also have running back Saquon Barkley, although he is far from what he was in 18 and 19 after back-to-back rushing seasons with 1,000 yards. Barkley has sustained, unfortunately, several injuries, which has been a huge blow for this team. Now, if he stays healthy, that makes this offense that much more dangerous, but that is a big if. The Giants brought in a much more versatile back, Matt Breida, this offseason to back him up and replace Devin Booker. But the even bigger issue with the Giants' offense is their line. Daniel Jones has been hurried and sacked nonstop since he entered the league, and if they want to see his true potential, they're going to have to give him some time in the pocket and let him go through his progressions. To try to fix this, they signed center John Feliciano, guards Mark Glowinski and Max Garcia, and used their 7th overall pick in this year's draft on Evan Neal out of Alabama. Now, this is going to be a completely new offensive line this season, and we think that if they are successful, that is going to tell or get the Giants to win some games this season. Defensively, though, let's talk about the Giants. They were not able to make any major free agency additions, and that is not good because they took a huge step back in the year 2021. They went from 12th overall and 9th best in points in 2020 given up per game to 21st overall and 23rd in points per game, and they also only had 34 sacks all season and were horrible at generating pressure on opposing quarterbacks. This is surely going to change this season, though, as their new defensive coordinator is ex-Ravens coach Don Martindale, who loves to blitz. The issue with this, though, is that their secondary is very young, and it was not good last season. The more they blitz, the more those guys are going to be stuck in man-to-man coverage deep and in zone coverage, and that is a good way to give up yards and big chunks fast down the field. Now, they did lose James Bradbury this offseason due to a contract dispute, who was really the heart of their secondary last season, and with all the injuries that Adoree Jackson suffered last season, we can't really say who the star player is going to be in that secondary. One guy we would watch out, though, for his 5th overall pick from this year's draft, Kevin Thibodeau out of Oregon, and this guy's very powerful and quick, and he could also be a huge boost to this defensive line, which, as we mentioned, was awful last season. The more pressure he brings to the table should only help their secondary, and now last season we had a bad read on this team for sure. We had them going over the total. We took their preseason win total at 7 and said, hey, we're going way over, but after watching how bad their defense was, we are going to have to rethink this. So with relatively the same guys that are in the lineup this year, it's hard for us to put any faith in them to put up big numbers that gives them a winning season. So when you think about the defense, the same thing goes there. And when you also throw in the fact that they have yet another new coach, we don't see things clicking very well or good this season. So with that all said, we could see them maybe winning 6, 7 games, but 8, in our opinion, that is a stretch. So we are going to take the New York Giants under 7.5 wins on the season. Now, our NFC East previews, they finished up with the Eagles and Commanders this week, and we're going to then dive into the NFC South. In the meantime, though, don't forget to sign up for the NFL betting contest over at grandstandbettors.com. We're giving out great quarterly prizes, including also our grand prize of $1,000 of cold hard cash. As always, though, sit back, relax, and if you're a Giants fan, just throw on some ESPN classics on your Sundays and enjoy the glory days.